more general in terms of college football. And I've gotten a lot of people texting me and talking about like, hey, this is not a good look. 65-7, like we can't have this. Well, I do think we're going to enter an era in which a result like this in a championship game is going to be almost impossible. Let's just walk through that. When you start to put layers, as in an expanded playoff where there's 4 rounds now, and even if you get a bye like TCU would have this year, you've got to go through 2 games in order to get to the championship. Those layers will weed out a team that could have a potential outcome like this, like Monday night, like TCU had against this Georgia team. If there's an expanded playoff, will we get a TCU over Michigan? Yes. And I think that we might get an outcome like that maybe every single year. But what you will avoid is a team getting themselves into this moment like TCU was able to based on a lot of different things that happened, like Tennessee losing a second game, Alabama losing 2 games, right? So like all of a sudden now, TCU's kind of included. Now they're 60 minutes away where a 1 out of 10 outcome against Michigan puts them into a national championship game in which they're overmatched against Georgia. There's no other way to put it. So I just think that more layers is going to prevent the blowout in the championship, and yet it's going to increase the odds that we get a game like TCU over Michigan, the 1 out of 10 game, which all of us loved in the playoff semifinals. So again, like I've been a proponent of this expansion. I can't wait for the expansion to happen. Obviously, it doesn't happen next year. It happens the year after that. And I think that it will fix what we saw on Monday night. I don't see a world in which a team can go through those layers, even if they get a bye, going through 2 games, a quarterfinal and a semifinal, and winding up in a championship environment in which they are as overmatched as TCU was against Georgia. I don't think that that's feasible. So you can fix the championship game while getting the benefits of a potential 1 out of 10 outcome like we saw in the TCU Michigan game in the previous rounds. You'll see that in the first round. You'll see that in the second round. And then they will begin to be weeded out before we get to a place where we're crowning a champion in the national championship game.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.